In this video, we're going to look at adding a YouTube video to your WordPress site. Now, YouTube does provide code with which to do this. However, the problem with adding it into a WordPress site, which you can do via the HTML tab, is that if you then need to go back to the visual editor to add formatting or a link or change something just like you would using a word processor, it promptly loses all that code and it just doesn't do anything with it, it just vanishes, which obviously isn't very helpful. There's also this button here, which is an add video button, which is really only useful when you've got video on your hard drive that you want to upload specifically to this site. For YouTube links, it basically just adds a link to the page that has the video in it. It doesn't embed the video in your content, which is probably what you want. Now, I've got a video here that I'd like to share in this post. So if I go over to YouTube, and here it is, and when you click on this button here, this share button, where it says share or embed this video, it'll give you a link to the video. Now this is actually a different link to the page of the video. It uses the same numbers, but it's actually a different link. So copy the one out of the link box and go back into the post. Now I've got our cursor in place here. There's a tiny bit of code needed for this, but it's very, very simple. What it is it uses square brackets. So you open your square brackets, you type in embed because you want to embed the video, close the square brackets, paste in the link, then open the square brackets again and type 1/ character, and then you type embed again, and then you close the square brackets. So once that's done, we can save a draft and preview. And here we can see our video in place. All lovely and ready to go. Now this is rather big within the page. What it seems to do is it seems to take up as much space as it possibly can within the definitions of the template. But sometimes you don't always want it to be that big. So what you can actually do is within this embed code, it will allow you to add in width and height tags. So you can specify both, or you can specify one or the other. If you specify only one, it'll maintain the aspect ratio, the proportions of the video within the page. So I'm just going to add a width here. So if I do width equals, and then in double quotes, 450. It's a good number. Save the draft again, preview. And when you come back here, you can see it's much smaller, and that's a great size, really. And then from here, you can just play it directly, and it'll all work fine.